One of our viewers has called me out for not spending any time talking really about the great female artists during the classic rock period. And that's a point well taken. So in this episode, we're going to focus on a very talented woman and the career that she created for herself. She has won 11 Grammys, including a Lifetime Achievement Award, a Tony, and a Golden Globe nomination. She's been inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and even has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And she was honored by President Obama at the Kennedy Center. Whew. She has released 24 albums along the way and even had a #1 hit single. Want to find out more about her? Great. Well then, let's drop the needle. She was born in Tucson, Arizona, and she always followed the beat of a different drum. Yeah, of course, I'm talking about the multi-talented Linda Ronstadt. She and the band, the Stone Poneys, were signed by Capitol Records and released 3 albums between 1967 and 68. The band had one hit, Different Drum, written by Michael Nesmith before he ever became a monkey. Different Drum reached number 13 on the charts. After the Stone Poneys dissolved, Linda broke out on her own and created for herself an incredibly successful career. Her first solo album was called Hand Sewn, Homegrown. She covered songs by Bob Dylan and Randy Newman and recorded Silver Threads and Golden Needles. More about that song in just a minute. A year later, she records her second album, Silk Purse, in Nashville, Tennessee. Standout songs are Lovesick Blues, Will You Love Me Tomorrow, and Long, Long Time, which became her first solo hit, peaking at 21 on the charts and getting Linda her first Grammy nomination. Her third album, the self-titled Linda Ronstadt, came out in 1972. Now, she debuted some of these songs and actually recorded some in March of 1971 at Doug Weston's Troubadour in Hollywood, which I've told you about in previous episodes. I used to go there a lot, and I was there that night in March 1971 when Linda was backed up with a band with 4 guys we really didn't know much about. But boy, we would soon. Who were they? Don Henley, Glenn Frey, Randy Meisner, and Bernie Leadon, who of course went on to become the Eagles. Unfortunately, the album did not sell, and Capitol dropped Linda from the label, a decision they would soon regret. Her next album, Don't Cry Now, is on Asylum Records, and it was co-produced by Peter Asher, he of Peter and Gordon fame. This started a long and very successful collaboration between Peter Asher and Linda Ronstadt. Huge songs on this album are Love Has No Pride, the Neil Young song, I Believe in You, the Eagles song, Desperado, and Linda even re-records Silver Threads and Golden Needles. And if you look on YouTube, there's actually a clip. I can't show it to you, but it's here. There's a clip of the Eagles backing up Linda doing that song. Don't Cry Now was Linda's highest charting album to date, number 45. But you know what? She would only soar much higher. Her next album is her breakthrough album, Heart Like a Wheel. And although Linda is signed to Asylum, this album comes out on Capitol because of contractual reasons. Capitol must have been thanking their lucky stars. There are a number of great songs in this album, including her #1 hit, You're No Good. Also check out Dark End of the Street and James Taylor's song, You Can Close Your Eyes. Next up is the Prisoner in Disguise album. Songs include the great Neil Young song, Love is a Rose, Many Rivers to Cross, and the James Taylor song, Hey Mister, That's Me Up on the Jukebox. At this time, Linda became a huge star and was able to sell out arenas and large venues all across the country. And I saw her perform live many times. In 1976, she releases Hasten Down the Wind, which became her 3rd in a row million-selling album. No other female artist had ever done that. Big hits are That'll Be the Day and Crazy. Also of note on this album is Linda records her first Spanish-language song, Lo Siento, Mi Vida. During the 1970s, there's no question Linda Ronstadt was the biggest female rock star in the world. But she didn't like the way the press were covering her. She was on the cover of Time magazine. She thought it was sexist. She was on the cover of Rolling Stone. She thought it was sexist. Needless to say, she was not happy. One thing that must have made her happy, though, was in 1978, she became the highest paid female star in the entertainment industry, earning, in that year alone, over $12 million. Also in 1970, Linda briefly dated then California Governor Jerry Brown. And I remember the rock press fantasized that, oh, one day Jerry will run for president and Linda could become the First Lady. In 1978, she releases the album Living in the USA, and it becomes her third and her final album to hit #1 on the charts. I Like Just One Look, Allison, and Mohammed's Radio. Linda continued to record studio albums right up until the year 2004, and she had a very successful collaboration with Emmylou Harris and Dolly Parton when she recorded Trio. Trio was recorded in 1987. But then they got back together in 1999 to release Trio 2. And remember that Spanish song that I said Linda recorded way back when? Well, in 1987, she recorded her first Spanish language album. And it was the first of 3. But Linda's talent knew no bounds, and she wanted to stretch herself. So in 1980, she signed on to play the part of Mabel in the production of The Pirates of Penzance, which first was performed in Central Park. Then it went on to Broadway. Then it became a film. It's probably safe to say that more people saw this version of Pirates in Penzance than they had ever seen any Gilbert and Sullivan production ever before. Linda stayed very active until 2011 when she announced her retirement. And then 2 years later, she said the reason she was retiring is she couldn't sing anymore because she had been diagnosed with Parkinson's. In 2013, she published an autobiography, Simple Dreams, A Musical Memory, which was turned into a documentary in 2019, The Sound of My Voice, which you can find on most streaming services. From a country singer in Arizona to one of rock's strongest singers and the highest paid musician, to a Broadway star, to a film star, to going back to her Spanish roots, Linda Ronstadt has had an incredible career. And one thing you can certainly say, she's kept a rockin'. Thanks, Linda, and thanks for all the memories, and thank you for watching. If you liked this episode, hit the like button, and you can also leave me a comment down below, and I'll respond to you. If you subscribe, we'll let you know when future episodes come out.